If we integrate and learn from the shadow within, it has a ripple effect in the collective unconscious of humanity, and we help lift the world out of darkness too. So there is a shadow side of the self and of life. There are elements within you that cause you to weaken or that sabotage or harm you. There are elements outside of you that cause you and others to weaken or that sabotage or harm you. Facing the inner and outer can be uncomfortable, but ultimately lead to a balanced strength if faced with wisdom and courage. That shadow is often where our repressed thoughts, memories, fears, and desires exist. So whether you've done bad things or had them done to you, there's the theory that we've all been the villain, the victim, the hero in this life and other lives. We came to this simulated reality on Earth many times over to experience all kinds of roles. Our higher soul essence lives in a world of non-duality where there are no villains, victims, or heroes, just love, understanding, acceptance, peace, bliss. The soul comes here to experience contrast to that and a deeper experiential understanding of the other side of life. Now, you may or may not believe that. You have to use your own wise discernment to decide. But if that were true, it would make a lot of sense. It would explain a lot of unexplainable things. So if the shadow self is one of your guides on this journey to help you grow strong as a soul, it can help you unlock and heal from those suppressed fears, pain, memories, and help you learn from them and let them go so you can come back to peace, self-acceptance, love, and understanding of yourself, life, and others. If it all stays suppressed, it can manifest in the form of anger, depression, hopelessness, addictions, inability to stay focused or be productive in life, inability to have a healthy relationship, or other personality disorders. I am sure you know people like that, and if you're a human on this journey called life, you probably have some of that too. Most of us do. The initial instinct is to hide the shadow from ourselves and others. We don't want to deal with it because it's uncomfortable and it threatens our ego conscious self. But if you have some tools for stepping into that world in a safe and constructive way, it can free you in unbelievably empowering ways. So throughout the story of Outwitting the Devil, Mr. Earthbound seeks to find out how people limit their success and how the devil achieves his manipulation, or how the shadow self arranges for us to face challenges and obstacles so we can learn, grow, wake up, and get stronger. When directly asked like this, the devil or shadow self must answer truthfully because his or her ultimate goal is to help you learn. But if you don't ask, you keep getting challenges until you learn to ask the right questions and honestly seek to know the truth. Now, after the release of Think and Grow Rich, his biggest hit, Napoleon Hill began writing Outwitting the Devil as an explanation of why some were still seeing failure even after following all the steps in Think and Grow Rich. For him, the trick was in not being willing or able to face what was the true underlying purpose of challenges that seemed insurmountable. Now, probably everyone listening to this can relate to certain areas of life having challenges that seem impossible to overcome. You know, that thing you've tried to change, but it won't budge, or it changes for a bit, then snaps back to that place you don't want it to be, whether it's financial, health, relationship, business, career, hobby, or life habit related. So I'm going to suggest using automatic writing as a tool to connect with this powerful force of hidden truth within us. Now, automatic writing is a practice that allows us to bypass the conscious, linear, logical ego mind and tap into the depths of our whole brain and deeper wisdom, where both our higher self and our shadow self reside. By engaging in a dialogue with our shadow self, we can gain access to profound insights and answers to questions that may have plagued many of us for far too long. So the process goes like this. You grab your journal and pen, or use a computer, but pen to paper seems better, at least for me. Then you'll find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Before you start automatic writing, take a moment to ground yourself, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, set your intention to connect with this shadow self. I like to give it a name and write out the dialogue like a film script where there's you, your name, talking to someone. You could name Shadow Self, the Devil, or I like to call it the Dark Asher, which is this golem from the show Carnival Row. So you can pick your favorite villain character. Now, the intention of this process is about spiritual awakening, personal growth, deeper understanding of your soul journey, and embracing the lessons that lie within. It's the idea that ultimately your shadow self is only there to help you grow, although at times it may seem like a part of you that sabotages things, attracts problems, gets stuck, makes mistakes, is against you. All that is just because it wants to help you learn. So if you circumvent that process, and before it gets too bad, ask, what am I meant to learn here? You choose to learn it, integrate it. Often you can move on from issues far more quickly and grow spiritually far more effectively. Do check out the book, Outwitting the Devil, if you haven't already done so. I left a link in the show notes to the book on Amazon. And if you'd like to explore this concept in the form of a sci-fi novel, you can also check out the award-winning novel Heliotropus on Amazon. The link is also in the show notes. Look for part 3.